McLaren were beaten at Monza, but head to Azerbaijan with big questions over whether it should institute team orders. After points outlier Oscar Piastri passed his pole-sitter teammate Lando Norris on lap 1 for the lead. McLaren is just 8 points behind reigning champion Red Bull Racing, which it's outscored by 34 points across the last 2 races with 8 remaining, making its first constructors title since 1998 almost inevitable. Though its first driver's title since 2008 is far less assured, says 1996 F1 world champion Damon Hill, based on Max Verstappen's 62-point advantage.
It's going to be tough. I would think Max is conscious, and I think he's shown already that he's anxious about the pressure from behind, people closing the gap. Whether it's Lando or someone else, I think Lando is the closest potential challenger, but he has still got a tall order to overturn the gap, the points deficit to Max.
But while Norris will need to win consistently and have his team's support for a shot at securing his maiden title, Hill says it's likely that fate will also somehow play its part.
The thing about this sport is that something will happen between now and the end of the season. There will be some curious, extraordinary event which will take place, and that's what I've learned about watching Formula One over a very long time, is that you can never count on anything turning out the way you want it to or expect it to.
For McLaren, it's a dream come true following very hard times, when it suffered greatly, with its most recent decline coming almost as soon as Lewis Hamilton left at the end of 2012. With 2013's MP428 a design flop, while its partnership with Honda in F1's turbo hybrid era was a nightmare. One that has taken years to recover from. But while McLaren seems destined to remain at the front of F1 until at least 2026, it's also locked into a brutally tight battle with rivals Red Bull and Mercedes, where development is king. Given stable regulations into next year, making the next 8 races a gigantic pressure test for the newly competitive McLaren.
There's no question, I think we're going to get some very close racing at the sharp end of Formula One. And a lot of teams and drivers will be tripping over themselves trying to get onto the top step of the podium. So I'm, salivating is probably too strong a word, but I'm definitely, my appetite is whet for seeing the rest of the season.
Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.